Just do it!
Just do it!
One, 102, 103, 104. Today is Saturday, and I'm going to be running through What is up, guys? Today's Saturday and I'm going to be running through the quickest ways to get shredded. There's three main points you need to look at when you want to get shredded. That's consistency, intensity, and nutrition. Now guys, this isn't going to be a super long video. It's not going to be super in-depth. It's not going to be too scientific. I'm just giving you the basic foundations that you need to know if you want to look at getting shredded and the quickest way to get there. So summer pretty much here. A lot of you guys are probably looking at getting shredded or probably on your way to getting shredded, so hopefully after watching this video you will find it useful and you may be able to put things into practice to get yourself shredded. Running through point number one, guys, consistency. You cannot expect to get shredded if you're flaky with your training or flaky with your nutrition. Everything has to be in point and you have to be consistent throughout the whole week, every week. That's not to say that you can't treat yourself from time to time, so I'm not saying that you have to be 100% strict in your diet, you know, chicken and rice and all things nice. Nothing else. You can obviously treat yourself from time to time, but it needs to be within moderation and to your guidelines that you set for yourself. Doing these things, being consistent, guys, is really what's going to help you get over the line and really get shredded a lot quicker than the average person. I don't need to go into consistency. Nice. Oh. I don't need to talk to you guys too much about consistency. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Next point, intensity. You have to be intense with your sessions. Not even just talking about cardio, I'm talking about weight sessions. So you're changing up your routine, you're doing average chest, back, shoulder session, leg session, whatever. You need to up the intensity. To up the intensity, the best way to do that is to add in drop sets, supersets, giant sets. Things that are gonna make your heart rate be pounding throughout the whole set. You need to be smashing it out. You need to be putting out maximum effort and you're going to be making gains as well. You really need to be smart with your training, guys. Don't be afraid to throw in a triple drop set or do a giant set on a muscle group. It's going to really just burn the muscle out and get the calories burning. Again, that's really what's going to help you shorten the amount of time that it takes you to get shredded. To give you guys an example of the type of intensity I'm talking about within your weight sessions, on my shoulder day at the start of the week on a Monday, I'll go in, I'll do dumbbell shoulder press around 10 to 12 reps. Then I'll superset straight into plate front raises, 15 reps, straight into rear delt flyers, straight into lateral raises with dumbbells. So just mashing it out, 4 to 5 exercises. A lot of people might say that's too much, but in all honesty, the intensity's there and it's burning out the muscle like crazy. So it's really effective. Also, the reason why I do this, guys, is because I find with my delts, they respond really well to high volume stuff. So I like to do that through stimulating all the different heads of the deltoid, obviously throughout the giant set as well. So you're literally just smashing it out, hitting it from all angles and just getting an ultimate burn in the muscle. Get the intensity up there, guys. Do supersets, drop sets, giant sets. Getting into cardio, guys. Fuck off. Getting into cardio, guys. I know Getting into cardio, guys. I know a lot of you don't like doing cardio, and that's pretty much goes for the I can't even get past the first fucking line. Getting into cardio, guys. I know a lot of people out there don't like doing cardio. I used to hate it and I would avoid it like nothing else. I would always just prefer to do weight training. Since doing my prep this time, I've found that actually I'm starting to enjoy cardio, weirdly enough. I never thought I'd ever say that, but because of the results I've been getting from cardio, it's really changed my whole perspective on everything. At the start of my prep this time, which was the 1st of February 2017, I was obviously doing no cardio whatsoever. It was at the peak of my bulk. I was fluffy as hell.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die! So fluffy!
All I did was just eat loads of carbs and just lift loads of weights. And I was obviously getting stronger. I was lifting heavier weights. I was hitting PRs. I was happy with the lifts that I was getting, but I looked like crap. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like at the start of my prep. This is what it looked like on the 1st of February. So as you can see, I was fluffy as hell. There was literally barely any definition whatsoever. It was terrible. I looked like crap. Funny enough, back at that time, I actually felt like I didn't look too bad. So yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. So starting off into my prep, guys. First week in, I literally just introduced cardio ever so slightly. Obviously, being from going to no cardio whatsoever to going into cardio, I didn't want to throw myself in the deep end. So my advice to you guys would be the same thing. If you're not currently doing any sort of cardio, don't try and throw yourself straight in and go crazy, because you'll put yourself off. If you're doing too much cardio at the beginning and it's too stressful for you, then you're gonna end up resenting it. First week or two, I was just doing low intensity cardio once or twice a week. It was very basic. My nutrition, which I'll get into a little bit later, was pretty much the same as what it was when I started. So just literally just to try and get the cardiovascular system going in my body through just steady state cardio. I was doing 20 minutes and it was pretty much always on the stepper. That's my favorite bit of cardio equipment, because I feel like the leg pump that you get from that is insane, and it's not as boring as a treadmill, I feel. Going through into week 3 and 4 of the first month of my prep, I was upping my cardio to about 3 times a week, maybe 4, depending on how I'm feeling. Still all low intensity, 20 minutes, steady state cardio on the step, but literally just to get myself ticking over, burning through a few excess calories. Going into the second month, I upped my game. I increased it to 4 to 5 times a week cardio. I changed one of my list sessions to a HIIT session. I was doing 1 HIIT session and 3, maybe 4 list sessions each week. And I was staying with this consistently every week, and I was really starting to see good results from this. Just briefly going into HIIT training, guys. HIIT training is the most effective form of cardio that you can do, hands down, in terms of fat loss. You don't have to spend as much time doing it. You don't have to spend an hour on a treadmill, walking, jogging. Literally, for me, my HIIT sessions were 12 minutes long. There's a few different forms of HIIT without going into too much detail. The most common ones is 30-30, so 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, which is what I did. That's probably a bit more of an intense version. If you're just starting off, a lot more common one that people use is 20-10, so it'll be 10 seconds work and 20 seconds rest. Those are probably the 2 most common ones to use. So for you guys, once you're getting comfortable with your cardio and you're doing some list sessions a couple times a week, you're doing it for a few weeks consistently, I would suggest introducing 1 HIIT session into your program each week, just to really increase the intensity and get your results really going. With your cardio, as you go further and further along and you're losing more and more body fat, it becomes harder to lose body fat. With that being said, you're gonna need to up the intensity even more and do things differently so that your body doesn't adapt and the results don't slow down too much. So for me, when I was going into week 7, week 8, obviously toward the end of the second month, I was changing more of my list sessions into HIIT sessions. So eventually I was doing 3 HIIT sessions a week and 2 list sessions a week. So I was doing more HIIT than list. So that's the subject in terms of HIIT training and cardio and intensity with your weight training. Moving on into nutrition, guys. This is one of the most important things when it comes to getting shredded. I know you probably heard it all before about how important nutrition is, but honestly, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you get your nutrition on check, especially speaking back about your consistency. Consistency with your nutrition is probably one of the most important things in the process of getting shredded. Now, this isn't essential, guys, but I feel it helps me out massively, especially when you really want to get to a low body fat percentage. Having a set of weighing scales, I think, honestly, is really helpful, because you can keep track of your food and you can keep it consistent. In terms of weighing your food, obviously it helps you count your macros and your overall calories, because at the end of the day, getting shredded, losing body fat, all it comes down to is your expenditure of calories versus your intake of calories. If you want to get shredded or lose body fat, your intake of calories needs to be lower than your expenditure of calories. In other words, being in a calorie deficit. The difficult thing about knowing what to do with your nutrition is there's so many different diets out there, so many different websites you can look at where different people say different things about what's effective and what's not effective to getting shredded. Obviously, another difficult thing about nutrition is that everyone's different, everyone's body is different, and everyone metabolizes their food in different ways. So you might have a friend that's on a ketogenic diet and they're telling you that it's the best diet to get shredded because it works for them, but it may not work for you. You might find that being on a ketogenic diet for you might make you risk losing muscle mass, or you might not lose as much body fat as you want to lose in the time that you have. Alright, so my battery just died. Okay guys, as I said at the start of this video, this is not a super long in-depth scientific video on how to get shredded. It's just a quick video that I'm putting together that I use to get shredded in less than 3 months, and hopefully you guys can take something away from it and put it into practice in your own training as well. The diet that I used to get shredded was a carb cycle diet. The most part of my results nutrition wise was from carb cycling. Long story short, carb cycling is basically altering your carbs throughout different days to overall obviously continue to lose body fat, but you can also have a high carb day before your big muscle group. So for example, you will have a high carb day the day before you train legs because it's a big muscle group and you need a lot of energy to train legs, and you could probably have another high carb day another day in the week, maybe of your choice, maybe back day or something like that, because again that's quite a big muscle group. Other than that, the other days are all low carb days where your carbs are a lot lower than your high carb days obviously, and that is where you're going to be losing most of your fat. To give you guys an example of what I was having for my high and low carb days, so up until recently, my high carb day was around about 300 grams of carbs, and my low carb day was around about 200, maybe a little bit less, depending on how I felt. Generally, anywhere from 100 to 200 gram difference of carbs is what you would sort of stick for in terms of your high and your low carb days, and just go by how your body feels. Also, obviously, make sure you're taking photos of your progress throughout your cut as well, because a lot of the time when you're looking at your own physique, you won't notice these small changes, whereas obviously when you look at the photos, you will see that it is actually making quite a big difference. Guys, that's it for the video today. I really hope you find this video useful. Please obviously let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, if there's anything you're unsure about, you know, anything that I've spoken about in this video that you want a bit more clarification on or a bit more of an in-depth explanation. Whack a comment down below. I'm happy to help you guys out, and yeah, just let me know how you guys get on. Give it a try. Like I said guys, the 3 main points is consistency, intensity, and nutrition. Stick to those 3 things, be committed, work hard, and smash it in the gym, and guys, you'll be surprised at what you can achieve. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Drop this video a like, and let's get shredded guys. Let's go.
Do it!
Feeling the sun, party done, shadows walking home. Walking with a game on. You are my kind, classic mind, and you look so fine. Loving the cold, smoking rose, see your fingers shake. And getting through your heartbreak, some kind of free, same for me. Don't know what I